So Professor Liu is going to teach you the test, chapter 3, multiple choices. This test you can do three times, and the score to keep is the average. The score to keep is the average. You and I have the same question, different order. So let's take a look at this right now. Question number 1 say the number 500 and the string Mary are example of literal constant. Answer is true. Because you already have 500, you already have Mary. That's called literal constant. All right? So let's do number 2. Write an expression when an expression contains more than one operator having the same priority. These operators are evaluated from right to left. False, left to right. Now remember, you and I have the same question, but we only pick 20. So the 20 question of yours and mine may not be different, may not be the same. So you need to write down notes for everything. You can prevent many unintentional errors from occurring in an application by declaring the variable using the maximum scope. False. Remember, the maximum scope may have more error. The maximum scope is the private. Remember, private integer total. I put that class level, but I move into the procedural level static to have more secure. Unlike a variable's value, a name constant value cannot be changed while application is running. That's true. Once you put that, for example, you put a const str prompt as enter salesperson's name, that cannot be changed. With implicit type conversion, data loss can occur when a value is converted from one data type to which is true, implicit. So you want to assign a double to an integer, so you lost the value, and that's why in this class you are not allowed to do that. Okay, so next one here. What are computer memory location where programmer can temporarily store data while application is running? We call variable. So variable are once you declare a variable, now you have the right to request a computer memory location. But this memory location is temporary. If you want to retain it for the whole class, the variable has to be private. It's class level. All right, let's continue here. A variable name must begin with a letter of a no, we don't need to do that. Okay, a letter. So a variable, a name, you must use a letter or underscore. But as an instructor, I advise you don't bother. Just use variables. Just use letters A, B, C, D. All right, no special character. Okay. Decimal, double, and single variable can store real numbers. Real numbers means you have decimal points. Variable assigned the integer long or short data can store integers. So if you see integer, long, short, these are integer, and these are whole numbers. Whole numbers. Whole numbers in the mathematics don't have decimal points. Okay, real number are number that contain a decimal point, like 12.5, 7.15. A literal constant is the item data whose value does not change during runtime. Literal constant. So for example, we did that for our third project. We did that for the phone price for 25. It's not going to change during the class time, during the runtime. All right. Then string literal constant are enclosed in quotation. String literal in quotation. All right. We saw that quite a lot. Most classes have one or more method that perform specific tasks for the class. Okay. So the method is called procedure too. Okay. So like the one we did it, the class we did it, the class is called project. You want to think class is project. Most of project has one or more method. You want to think that method as the procedure. Like you have the click procedure, you have exit, all right? But later on you have to write everything become you want to become independent. So you write class, like then you go to, like Daniel is in Java and they write everything by class. All of the Visual Basic numerical data type have a type try parse. Okay, so you're going to, if that's integer, you do integer try parse. If that's decimal, you do decimal dot try parse. You use the try parse method to convert a string to that data type. Depend, you use integer dot try parse or decimal dot try parse or double dot try parse. All right. Procedure number indicate the precedence numbers indicate an order in which the computer perform the operation in expression. All right, so basically we use the same mathematic way to do like how to say is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses first, exponent and times divide, then plus minus. Okay, you can use the parentheses to change the order in which the operation in the expression are evaluated. All right, you use division. Division is forward slash to divide two integers. So forward slash is integer divide. Forward slash integer divide. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Backward slash. Backward slash is integer divide. Forward slash is regular divide. After dividing two numbers, okay, and the modulus operator will keep the remainder, the modulus. All right, modulus operator will get your remainder. So that's a new way to do. You learn it because it's help you in the future to do the game programming. All right. All right. The arithmetic assignment operator allows you to evaluate assignment statement that contain arithmetic operators. This is like you do in arithmetic in the math class. Okay. A variable scope indicate where the variable can be used in the application's code. So remember, the larger scope, you can think scope is the power of inference. Okay, so the largest power of inference, of course, is the private class variable. So entire class, entire application, it can be inference. All right, then the smallest one is dim. It's only stay in one procedure. But there's something we want to learn, but is the static. Static is also inside the procedure level, but the value can retain for the entire class. So that is very useful thing. All right, programmer use comments. So you saw I put a apostrophe. That's a comment. All right. in programmer use comment to document a procedure's purpose and explain why it is, and so you learn how to use comments. All right, so this is a comment. You see that I put a comment. So we use a comment to describe. All right, this is a class level variable, and oh, this is a local variable. So it is very helpful when you learn this, and you should learn to do that. Okay. When a variable is converted from one data type to another data type uh, that can store larger number, the value is called promoted. All right. So remember that, like decimal is larger and double is smaller size. If you convert to a double to a decimal, is promoted to a larger size. When a value convert from data type to another data type, can all but it's smaller, so it's demoded. Demoded, or we can say truncate. Demoded. The rectangle that appear between the start and stop, this is called process. We didn't do this flow chart thing, okay? Because to me, it's obsolete, okay? Next, an empty string is a set of quotation marks with a nothing between them. All right, empty string. Specify the number of decimal places and a special character to display a number is called formatting. We did the formatting, we did the C2, remember? So we make sure that have two decimal places and a thousand separator, something like that. All right, so for these, remember these, we have variables, and remember we use a triparse. If I can do decimal dot triparse, and from the form to the variables. All right, and we use convert to this decimal, and convert this number to the form. In order to do that, we must have these three lines here, so we can work as like a higher level language. All right, so this complete the review of these tests, of these multiple choice tests. You and I have the same question, but pick up 20 and different order. I hope you enjoy this video.